Alright guys, good morning. Me and old Critter Getter are on another job this morning. I'm not sure if y'all have seen this property before. I've been on this property before, but I can't remember if I made a video or not. I haven't trapped this property. I've only I went through it one time with the owner, and then I came back through it and put 2 cameras out to try and monitor, you know, because I knew it would be a while before I trapped it. And put a couple of cameras out just to see what the activity was like. At the time when I first came through here, which would have been back before Thanksgiving, we hadn't gotten any rain yet, any good rain. Alabama went through a really dry spell when I first came on this property. So the waterways were pretty dry. So at that point I told the customer it wouldn't be worth them paying my fee with the chances of catching something being so low. So I advised them to wait until the rainy season, and the rainy season is now here. So now we're going to come over here and see what it looks like. I have only been watching on my cameras. I have not been over here since I put my cameras out. So I haven't laid eyes on this yet since all the rain. I have seen a couple of beavers, not a lot, but the beavers are plugging up the culverts on this property and flooding some of the woods. They're just doing what beavers do. If they weren't causing a specific problem, I wouldn't be out here, you know. On the culvert job, the beavers are still there. The property owner has seen the beavers, but they are actually diverting runoff to his pond, which helps him, right? So they're not a target for me right now. So whenever I come and trap these nuisance animals, it's only because they're now doing something that's destructive to the property or destructive to the wildlife on the property. So anyways, we're going to ride up here and take a look at some of these culverts. We're going to get our cameras in place. I have 5 cameras I'm going to leave over here today. Depending on the layout over here, I should be able to get 2, maybe 3 sets or traps per camera. So we should be good to go. And then I won't have to come over here and disturb the area unless I make a catch. This property is on a hunting club, or this property is leased to a hunting club, so I don't want to be coming over here more than what I have to, you know. I'm only want to come over here to put the traps out and to retrieve a catch. So working with the property owner, working with the hunting club, and we're gonna make this happen. So whenever we get up here to the culvert, I'll bring y'all back. We'll take a walk down the culvert, down the little creek or drainage or whatever, just to see what we see, and we'll get a game plan together. So y'all come along, let's get it. Little clip to show y'all a glimpse of this property. This property is really well maintained. The property owners, they put a lot of care into their property, and I really enjoy being on their property. This is the second property of theirs that I've trapped on, and it is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Get down here to these culverts. Alright, just pulled that camera. Throw it up here. And we're gonna have a conversation. Get back in the truck. I'm gonna go over some stuff with y'all. Today's kind of taking a different turn. I just want to go over everything. Oh man. See here. All right. So I walked that creek back the other direction. Found 2 dams. Did find a crossover, and then eventually it came out to a marsh, I guess you could describe it. Not really a beaver pond that I could see. It was just marshy. And there was no active sign there or back. I walked one bank going down and the other bank coming back just so I could get a good idea of it. So I basically felt like the customer wouldn't get their money's worth if I was to charge a setup fee and go ahead and put my traps out. And this is where I want this to be a thing, like what I'm doing. I want to trap for a while. I want to have a good reputation doing this. So this is where you got to be honest. If you want your name to get out there and it be good, have a good name with property owners and customers like this, then you've got to be honest. Would this property owner have fussed at me if I didn't catch anything? Probably not. Probably not. And I could have got my setup fee and, you know, tough luck on them. You know, I could have had that attitude of I got my money, and they didn't get any results for it. But even though I tell every customer I charge my setup fee and then I charge a per animal cost, and I give them no guarantee of catches. With wild animals, I mean, you just can't guarantee that you're going to catch anything. So you always give them that clarification or whatever that there's not a guarantee that you'll catch anything. So even in a situation like this where they know there's a possibility of me not catching something, I still could have charged them the setup fee and got my money and left them, really. But I didn't want to do that just because, like I said, I do want to have a good name in this type of work. I do want to continue in this kind of work. So I just told them, I was honest and said that I didn't see any sign at either of the culverts. The only fresh sign that I saw was after I had trekked a good ways from the road into the swamp. And then obviously you're going to see fresh sign in the swamp because that's where they're at. And the customers wanted to leave them be and give them some time, because more than likely they will come back to these culverts once the water level gets up and they have a good path here. They probably will come back and start causing problems, and then we'll address it then. But I just wanted to this is a different kind of video, but just wanted to be clear and let y'all know what I was doing, how I do things. And I guess this is a good opportunity to tell y'all what I charge. A lot of people getting into trapping, they don't know how to charge for their services. And it's probably going to vary state to state and may even vary within your state. We're a few years away from when there was good fur market, you know, so people used to be able to trap and their payment would be in the fur, right? They would have something for their work. But nowadays, fur market is trash and you don't get anything. And the only way that you can get something is if you charge on nuisance trapping. And the way that I do it, and I base it off of people that I've talked to in my trapping association, people that I've talked to in other states that are in their trapping associations, and this is what I've come up with. And there's different ways you can do it. Some people charge by the hour. That really varies. I do not charge by the hour. And then other people charge like a gate fee or just a gate fee or a daily rate. I'm still rolling here. Yeah, okay. They charge a daily rate, and they'll get, let's say, depending on how far away they are from their home, $150 a day for a 10-day stretch, which is decent money. But they're getting that regardless whether they catch anything or not. That's what they're getting. Now, most of the guys that I know that charge a gate fee, they're pretty good trappers. They're going to tell you there's no guarantee of them catching anything, but most of the time, there's a pretty good chance that they're going to catch something. So, for me, not doing this very long, I charge a setup fee that covers my time and my fuel. And for the most part, generally depending on how far away the job is, but for the most part, I charge $300 to set up. That's for me to come out, set my traps, and $300. And then I charge a per animal fee. And for beavers, that is $100. I charge $100 per beaver after that setup fee. So worst case scenario for my customer is, oh, my arm's getting tired. Worst case scenario for my customer is the $300 setup fee. And then they don't pay me. If I don't catch anything, then they don't pay me anything. I have never had a property where I didn't catch something. The lowest catch rate that I've had on a property, I think, is 2. And when it's like that, it is a tiny little property, and you're only able to trap like there's boundary lines, like property lines, and you're only able to trap in a small spot, and that's whenever the beaver comes by, you're able to get a shot at it. So it ain't like you have like a huge lot of land on some of these places that you can put your traps everywhere. So that's what I charge. That's how I do it. $300 setup fee for setting up the traps, and then $100 a beaver. And you should be charging. If you're trapping, you should be charging something. And I don't know if you can get rich doing it or not. I'm not getting rich, but I enjoy being outside. I enjoy being on different pieces of property. Like earlier in the video, I showed y'all this is a beautiful piece of property, and I get to ride through it and enjoy it. I enjoy looking at nature. I see deer all the time, turkeys all the time, quail a pretty good bit now. I just enjoy that kind of stuff, and I enjoy the work that I do. So it ain't all about the money, but you still want to make something, And it jumps back to, if you want to make money, then you're going to have to be honest, and you want your name to get out there, between landowners. And the way that you have that good name, that good reputation, is if you're honest with people. And just like this situation, I didn't think it was in the customer's best interest to pay me the setup fee. They would have been out $300, and most likely I wouldn't have caught nothing, because there's no sign of beavers coming through here. They would have been out $300, and that would have been it. I would have got my money, but they wouldn't have got nothing in return. And I just didn't like how that would have played out. So if you're going to get into trapping, you should be charging. You should be charging enough to cover your time out here scouting around, like on days like today. Even though I'm not getting money for a setup fee because I didn't put anything out, you should be getting some money for scouting and stuff. My scouting fee is kind of wrapped up in my setup fee. So today I kind of come up on the short end, unfortunately, because I was really expecting to put traps out based on my cameras, but it just didn't play out that way. But now we're going to move to another property, and it's a lot. So I got several hours left of the day, and we're going to go see what we can do with it. But I guess that's what turned into this video: how you should price your jobs. You should be charging. And like I said, ask people, because it's going to vary. Even within Alabama, I've had people tell me, well, there's no way I'd be able to get $300 to set up my traps. It really just depends. I mean, a lot of one customer I've had a couple of customers who the pond dam was beavers busted the pond dam. The actual pond dam itself, they collapsed it. It is a lot cheaper for a property owner to pay me $300 and then however many beavers I catch versus rebuilding a pond dam. Or the other big thing that I do a lot, like on this job, is culverts. It is a lot cheaper to pay me the $300 and then however many beavers I catch than to rip out a culvert, because sometimes you can't unplug them and you just rip them out and then rebuild your driveway. It's a lot cheaper to hire a nuisance trapper. But you still do have some people, I see a bunch of the older generation doing it for free. Or then you have some guy that'll do it for beer money or something like that. Some people do it for hunting rights. I don't hunt that much, so that's not really anything that I'm interested in. I do have a property now that I can hunt, that I've been blessed with, that I have access to hunt it. So I am going to start hunting. But you should be getting something for your trapping. You should be getting something, because it is a service and you're saving the customer money. You're saving them a lot of heartache. And that's one of the reasons why I enjoy doing this kind of stuff, is because I can see that I'm saving people money whenever you get rid of these nuisance beavers and stuff like that. So that's it. Different kind of video, educational video, I guess. But kind of a bust today. We didn't put any traps out, but we did save our customer money. Even though we haven't caught no beavers, we saved them money because we were honest, and we're not going to charge them a setup fee, and we're going to roll on to another property and see what we can do over there. So thanks for watching, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, hit that like button. That helps me out a lot, and we are going to see y'all on the next one. Y'all be good.